All right, now, I ain't gonna tell you where we just went to, but goodness, it is a windy day out here. Anyway, yep. Y'all breathe any word of this over to Tommy. That'll be the last word that I'll want to hear from you, is what I'm saying. Well, now, like I said, y'all tell Tommy what I'm up to, and I'm not going to want to talk to any of you. My old Dewalt, man, it's just, I think it's fried. I've had it for too many years, and well, hell, I'm not so sure what I think about this Dewalt here of Jez's. It just doesn't have any oomph to it. It says brushless, blah, 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 blah. It says brushless on it there, but it just doesn't seem to have any real oomph to it, and feels, I'll be honest, feels kind of cheap. We're gonna try this old thing right here.
Bro, what are you doing with the Hercules, bro?
Look, I tried to hide this from you.
No, it's cool. I thought you just liked your old stuff there, old man.
Look, I know it's blue, and I know it's a Hercules, but look, I don't.
Bro, welcome to the blue side.
All right, fine. Jizza.
Yeah, Jizza, bro.
Will you come do this?
Come get a load of this. He wants you to come do the thing with the
The
Hercules.
youngster over here, he's out of control. All right. Let me get in here, guys. Okay. Yep. Well, as you can tell, Frank and Tommy are at it again. But as you can probably also tell, it's Hercules tool review time. I apologize for interrupting myself, but I'm afraid I must provide the following disclaimer. This video is not sponsored by Harbor Freight Tools, nor did Harbor Freight Tools supply any of the tools for this review. All tools reviewed in this review were purchased using my own money. However, if Harbor Freight Tools wishes to send me some goodies to review, I will not turn them down. Now, back to myself. Anyway, Frank was right about this old Dewalt. Now, this wasn't Frank's, this was actually mine. You know, we're very different people. Keep that in mind. But, you know, I've had this Dewalt driver for a long time, and this has always been one of my favorites. But during a project, maybe early last year or whatever, it just started getting hot, smelling bad, and maybe a little bit of smoke. But I've always loved the way it fit, felt, it operated, it had a cool brake. But you can tell this thing's been used on quite a bit. But because I like DeWalt, mainly because I like the color yellow, I went ahead and got the new one. This is the brushless, the 20 volt. It came in a kit with a bag, you know, the tool, not a couple of batteries. Or maybe it was a couple of batteries. Yeah, it was 2 batteries. The tool, a bag, 2 batteries, and a charger. And, you know, at the time it was $100, $99.99. Now that was over a year ago, and as you know, prices of things continue to just go up. But this thing, it just didn't feel that good to me. It was a good value, and you can hear there's really no brake on it, and it just doesn't feel very torquey. And the chuck on it feels quite a bit cheaper, even though the other one, it did have a plastic chuck, but it did feel pretty stout. This one has a plastic chuck, and it just doesn't. It just feels a little on the cheaper side. This one is model DCD708. And it came with, like I said, the kit with all the things. It does still have the 2-speed transmission. Although, man, that is a lot harder to work back and forward, and it feels like I'm going to break this. This says 450 RPMs on first gear and 1650 RPMs in second gear. I don't think that's what the website said, but that's what it says right here. Okay. 20 volt max. Okay, this is the brushless. This is brushed. But I just don't like it. So I went down, you know, to the local Harbor Freight, and I picked this up. Anyway, let's go ahead and unbox it. But before we do, let's read the box. It says 2 times more torque, 80% more power, and up to 350 holes per charge. That's what it says. I don't know what they're comparing it to. There's a little star next to each one of the things, and there's a T next to that one, and I figure it's got some fine print, and we're not going to bother with that. 5-year warranty, because this is the brushless, and you know, with the Harbor Freight, you get 5-year warranty on all their brushless things, I think. Well, let's read the thing on the back. High-performance brushless motor provides more torque, more runtime, and more durability over brushed motors. Sure. 2-speed transmission. Good. We still have 2 speeds. 14 clutch settings. Look, I don't ever use these things, you know, where you dial this to make it ratchet or give out when it's so deep. I just kind of do it by feel because I'm old. All metal gear construction. It's a good idea. Jacobs 1/2-inch ratcheting chuck. Look, neither one of these old Dewalts have a Jacobs chuck. They've got a plastic whatever chuck. Textured overmold. Okay. Bright LED light. I've become accustomed to all the LED lights, and I like them pretty good. But here we go. Our max torque, 1,200 inch-pounds. Now, I don't know what the torque is on these. I don't think it says. Nope. How about this one? Nope. However, speed, first gear, 550 RPM, so slightly more than these two, but 2,000 RPM in second gear. High-speed drilling, a little bit more than the Dewalts here. Net weight, included in the package, the driver drill, a belt clip, a side handle, and a bit holder. The side handle is kind of a nice touch. Let's open it up. Well, they've got it in here pretty good. How do you get it out? Huh. All right, well, here's the instructions. That's fine. This is just stuck in here. Oh, that was the belt clip. And a bit holder. Now this must be the handle. Look, I don't know if you can see, but this is actually rubber overmolded. This feels really nice. This is quite shocking. It's not cheap metal. This is metal. This is quite shocking. Did I use that word already? Let's go for 3. This is quite shocking how good this feels and looks. This is really nice. Okay, let's get at the tool here. Oh, what is all this? There's stuff falling everywhere. Give it to me. Okay, and there it is. Now, I know that they look really similar in the shape and the size, but it does to me feel a little nicer in the grip than this. It doesn't feel, the Dewalt feels, it feels a little cheap. This feels really nice. It feels like it's more compact. Let's take the battery off so we have a good, the Dewalt's definitely lighter. The Dewalt is definitely lighter, but I'm not so certain there's metal gears in here. I don't know, but I'm not so certain. But anyway, this feels really nice. There's your light. Okay. And sure enough, Jacobs. And it is metal. That is really nice. And it feels nice and solid, as you would expect a real Jacobs chuck to feel. And this goes on it somehow. I'm not really sure how. Maybe if I look at the instructions that I just, threw away, I'll learn how. Let's go ahead and get the instruction. Okay. Yep. It says, okay. It says to loosen this, and it spreads them. Look at that. And then you can fix it on there and tighten that back up. Listen, that's pretty neat. And that's also quite sturdy. I mean, look at that. That's really, really surprising and nice. That is, you can put your weight on it and put your back into something. Assuming the drill will hold up, I'm sure it will be fine. But that's awfully neat. What does it say about those things? I know what a belt clip does. Oh, and it's got a bit holder that you can screw onto the side if you want to. That's kind of neat. Do these have it? No, these don't have a bit holder. It did have a belt clip, I just don't put them on. Well, that's neat. Probably won't put those on. Let's put a battery on this and see what it sounds like. Let's take this off first because I don't figure I need it right now. That's, I gotta tell you, this is, I don't know why I'm so impressed by a stupid handle, but this thing, that's impressive. Let's just grab a battery. Now this is a 2.5 amp hour battery. Let's go ahead and put it on. And let's see how it feels. It's got some weight to it. It does remind me of this about the old Dewalt with the weight. Let's see how this sounds here. I can tell you this definitely feels torqueier than the Dewalt. And you can see it in my hand. Here, watch. Here's the Dewalt. See if you can see the torque. Now let's see this one. See the movement, and then see the brake, it just kind of jerks back. That's pretty good. And you can hear the difference in the... Let's turn it into second gear. Yep. Pretty good. Gotta say, right now, I'm pretty impressed with this. So let's talk about value for money. All right, so like I said, a little over a year ago, I picked the Dewalt up. And it was on a sale weekend, so it was $99. It may have had some cents, it doesn't matter. Close to $100, $99. But it was on a sale, and it was the drill, a charger, a bag, and two 1.3 amp hour batteries. This is one of the batteries, the other one's over there. Today though, as of the filming of this video, at Home Depot, this same package with the same part number is $160, $159.90 something, 160 bucks. Again, nothing new, not a new part number, the same part number, but a lot more money than it was when I bought it. The Hercules though, well, you can buy, as I did, the tool only, and it's $69.99, 70 bucks. Now they're offering combo deals where you get this tool, a 2 amp hour battery, which I know that's deceiving. I have a 2.5 amp hour. I didn't buy the combo. Remember, I just bought the tool only. But the combo is the tool, a 2 amp hour battery, and a charger. The cool thing about Harbor Freight Hercules chargers is they're dual voltage. They do the 20 volt, but they also will do the 12 volt batteries in case you have 12 volt tools. You don't need a separate charger. I know that this only comes with the one battery, but the Hercules batteries are affordable. And with this, you get the nice metal Jacobs chuck, a drill that's honestly, it feels comparable, but a little bit heavier, almost a pound heavier or so. On paper, better performance, but we'll see over time. For now, what we're going to do though is we're going to test them. The other thing we're doing is we're making some kind of storage thing for this. So we're just going to kind of incorporate the two videos into one. So I figure what we'll do is, while we're assembling the thing, I'll probably bring Tommy over. Hell no. We're going to have Frank test it. Sorry, Frank's the one that claims he went out and picked up the Hercules. So we're going to have Frank test it. We've got his tried and true. He's not allowed to use that. It might catch fire. We're going to have Frank run this one through, putting the thing together. And then we're also going to have him use his new tool here. And we'll see how they do. The second tool we're going to have Frank test on, and he doesn't even know this, is this little guy. This is something I picked up, probably about 6-7 months ago. This is a Hercules, as you can tell because it's blue. This is a 12-volt, quarter-inch impact driver. And you would wonder, well, what would make you buy something like that? What's wrong with the regular 20-volt regular impact drivers? Well, it was cheap. And it was an impulse buy. It was like 40 bucks. And I already had 12-volt batteries because I have another 12-volt tool, which maybe maybe we'll get to at some point. But you know, it was an impulse buy and it was cheap. But I helped my brother-in-law, is that what you call it when it's your wife's sister's husband? Yeah, brother-in-law. We helped each other. We installed some cabinets at my mother-in-law's house, and we found that for putting screws in and everything into the cabinet wood, this was nice because you get all the joys and wonderfulness of an impact without the side effect of blowing stuff apart. It turned out to be a great little tool, and I love this thing. So we're going to go ahead and use this as we're building stuff and reviewing this. So we're going to get a twofer. We're going to review both of these. Sure. So I think to do this, we're going to invite Frank to come over, since he's the one that, picked up the new Hercules thing. So we're going to invite Frank over and let him have a go at this. All right, Jizza, I'm coming. How did this thing go together again, Jizza? I don't know what the hell you've built here. I don't even know how this goes together. What piece is this? This is the bottom, you say? All right. Well, is that true? Is that how this goes? Okay. No, Frank, you have to use the old one first. You need to compare it. All right. Damn it. We'll get the old one. All right, let's put this in here. Now, I'm not a big fan of the way this Dewalt here feels. I like my old one, but it's just, it's burned up. Anyway, like I was saying, you just need to take this, you just stick it in here. See, it's got a metal sleeve in there, so you can just hang on to her and you just drill it in. And there you go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. When you take it out, let's go ahead and knock some of the sawdust away. Matter of fact, let's get this trash can here. When you take it out, you've got this neat place for a screw to go in, and that looks nice. Let's dump this out. Let's clamp it in and do another one. Oh, that just got to moving. There you go. Right there, you see you got them two on there. And then that, you just run your screw right down in there. But I need to try the Hercules out. Already, I can tell you, I like this metal Jacobs chuck on here a whole lot more. Let's get it tightened up. And that ratchet, listen, that ratchet is nice. I feel like, ooh, listen to that now. Yes, sirree. All right, let's set that one aside. Now let's do this one. We'll just do the same thing, you know. You don't have to be precise on this. Now listen, you can be as sloppy as you want to be. These pocket hole jigs, they make you the handyman you're not. Anyway, let's try this here. Well, we got a wobble. I'm not sure where that wobble's come from. It could be our bit. I'm hoping it's our bit and not the drill. So I'll tell you, that Dewalt, it didn't have no wobble. Hell, I think it might be the bit. I wonder if that bit didn't set in there right. Anyhow, let's get this apart. There we go. All right, Jebs, is that enough testing for you? Let's just have you take over and finish the rest of this. I'm tired and I need a nap. I'll finish it up for you. So it looks like this was just not set in here correctly. We'll test it out in a minute. For now, let's go ahead and run these on. And for that, we're going to use this, this little guy. Need to load the this on here. Okay, so it would be nice if you could just push it in, but you have to lift the collar. That's okay. So like I was saying, or Frank or whoever you were talking to, the screw now just goes in the hole. And it would make it easier if you had something to hold everything in place real nice, but I'm not gonna do that because I don't like things to be easy apparently. So we're just gonna run this little guy in with this. And there we go. See, with the pocket holes, you just get a really nice solid joint. I've never used it on plywood. It looks like it popped out a little bit. That's my fault. But it's nice and solid. We'll go ahead and do this side now. It does make it easier if you put the screws in first. It's hard to get them started sometimes when you can't see them. Oop, see, almost knocked the screws off. That's okay. And there we go. And that's already, well, crooked. And by the way, this is evened out, as you can tell. It's not wobbling anymore, so we've solved that issue. I tell you, I'm liking the Hercules pretty good so far. Okay, that's good. Let's do one more. Okay, those are all done. Let's clean up some of this mess here real quick. And right now we're using the vacuum you didn't know you needed in your shop, but you do. Look at that. Yes, sirree. All right, so that'll be good. Now we're going to take this and we're just going to bang those in. And there we go. Well, now let's see how this thing gets after it with a spade bit on it. Not quite through yet. There we go. Well, I'd say this drill has no issues getting through whatever kind of wood this is with a spade bit. It seems to do just fine. Listen, now let me give you the thoughts on this here Hercules. Bro, that's Jezza's line. Tommy, I swear... All right, Jizza, go ahead, finish it up. One of these days, you're going to let the two of us take care of one of these videos, and y'all ain't even going to be there. This is going to be me and Tommy over there, and we're going to do a whole video without you. See how you like that? Thanks, Frank, for, letting me do my job here. Anyway, what do we think? I'm just going to start with this little cheap 1/4 inch impact with the 12 volt on it. It's just a lot of fun to use. It doesn't weigh anything. It's really small, and it'll bang away the screws real nice, and it won't usually overdo it and blow things up. But if you've got $40 and you're prone to impulse purchases like myself, pretty handy little thing here. The drill, though, what do we think of the drill? This chuck, this Jacobs chuck, if you've only used drills with the plastic chuck, let me tell you, this is nice. I know I can see why now everybody wants this and why it's a big selling point. But here's the thing. $70 for the tool. I can't tell you what the Dewalt costs by itself. I think this one, I've only ever seen it in a combo, but $100 for the combo, $100 for the combo. Yeah, you get 2 batteries. With this combo, you get 1 battery. It is a little bit bigger of a battery, but if you've already got some Hercules batteries and things, I don't see how you can go wrong with this. Even if you don't, $100. You get this. You get started with the Hercules line if you like them. It's a nice shade of blue. I'm not a fan of blue, but this is a nice shade. Anyway, it's a good jumping off point if you want to get started with the Hercules brand. And like I said, the charger, it'll do the 20 volt and the 12 volt. So if you have something like, I don't know, this, you can charge both of the batteries up. Don't need a separate charger. I think that's pretty neat. Am I glad I bought it? Or should I say, am I glad Frank bought it? Yeah, I am. I really like this. Good tool. I like it. Fits nice. Good weight to it. It's not as light as the Dewalt, but it's pretty good. I like the way the motor, and the way the motor does the little motor brake on it. but I'm pretty pleased with it. It does switch gears nicely, and you can definitely hear the speed difference over the other. If you can feel the torque difference for sure over the Dewalt there. So very glad I picked this up. I don't know what else to say. I don't know. I could do a dance over there. No, you don't want to see that. When I dance, it's just not meant to be seen. Okay. Well, I think that's going to do it. I appreciate you hanging out with, I guess, us today. I don't know. Frank started the video out, but then he was kind of MIA. He did a little bit of stuff in here. But then he left, and then now he tried to do the end of the video for me, and I don't know what his deal is. Tommy, he must have had a date or something. I don't know. But, oh, I almost forgot. Must be durable because, you know, I dropped it right off the workbench, and it landed on the ground, bounced, battery popped off, put it back together. It's just fine. Anyway, I'll probably have to move that around in the edit a little bit because that makes no sense at this particular point in the video. But I appreciate you hanging out with us today. If you wouldn't mind, give us the whole subscribe, like, comment, share thing. It really does help. I want to thank everybody that has subscribed and is watching the videos so far. And until next time, we'll see you later.